All right, here we are on a beautiful Altadena, California day. Really nice day, a little bit of rain last night. Looking at a really nice 1941 Ford Super Deluxe Coupe. I'm going to walk around and tell you a little story. It's kind of one of those cars that's just fun and functional, the kind of car you can drive. It's got good character and good feel to it is what I'd say. It's finished in a cloud mist gray. The current owners owned this car. He picked it up out of Sacramento from what I remember. And he restored it shortly thereafter. It took him several years to do it with the help of buddies and friends, and a lot of very nice stuff in the car when it comes to undercarriage, that type of thing. It's been very well modernized is what I'd say. It's a resto rod. So it looks stock, but underneath it's got a little bit better pep to it and a little better safety, so to speak. All factory trim. 41s are kind of neat. They're super special. This is a Super Deluxe anyway. But 3 trim levels of these cars: a standard, a deluxe, and a Super Deluxe. Actually, 41 was a body year model change, so these cars are kind of unique, and they're kind of the stepchild, but they've come around a lot over the years, and they're getting pretty collectible. Anyway, underneath the hood is a 330 horsepower Chevy 350 V8 Chevy crate engine, 700R4 automatic overdrive, Ford 9-inch rear differential. The paint on it's a very average professional is what I would call it. So he's enjoyed this car and driven it over the years, so you'd be able to pick it for a little bit of flaw here and there. It's not perfect or brand new, but it is fun and it's nice and it's fun to drive. Has air conditioning up front, and safety wise it has a Ford Mustang 2 front suspension in it with a power rack and pinion steering. Again, all the stuff that makes it fun and easy to drive. You want to drive one of these. Kind of step back and give you a feel here from this angle. We got a little bit of different kind of light today. It's been kind of nice. Cloud mist gray is a really neat color. They actually had that color in earlier years also. So all the factory trim is on it on the front here. I like the little front bumperette in the front. The kidney bean grill on these are basically a 2-year only, because these cars quit production because of the war in early 42. This is a late 41 production car. They moved it when they changed the body style from the 40. They changed the whole front structure of this car and made a wider bodied car, and the 46 to 48 are pretty much exactly the same kind of car. They're just they still show some of the running boards on it. The later years they hit them all away, but if you remember, 39s and 40s had the running boards that were extended out and the car was narrow inside. Still has a factory split windshield in the front and the aerial there, which isn't used anymore, but it's got an audio system in it with a woofer. It's got a really neat little trunk, so make sure you hang on to the end of the video. Body straight, known body off style restoration on this car, so you can see the reflections of the side of the cedar fence here. Nice little simple interior. It's got a glide engineering seat. It's got just a vinyl or Naugahyde or ultra leather kind of feel to it. Glide engineering seat allows you to adjust the seat backs on both sides, and it's got a flip down armrest. All the wood grain's been refinished on the dash here. We get into the trunk, like I was telling you, he had a neighbor that did woodwork, retired woodworker, and did the trunk, so it's really neat. So hang on to more there. Here's your vintage air conditioning here. It's got vents right and left and in the center. He's put about 8,000 miles on this car, so again, just the kind of car you can drive. Nice little wood banjo style steering wheel. We'll get over to the driver's side and fire it up like we always do. Sun visors, audio system that connects to your iPhone or Bluetooth kind of thing. Has seat belts front and rear, but the rear seat belts are hidden underneath the seat in case you got grandkids and want to go out for a spin. Fun. You know, we get, like I say in the undercarriage, you'll hear me say it, we get a little too stuffy about some of these cars and we forget to have fun with them. This is the kind of car that you want to drive, and it's safe. 4-wheel disc brakes, power steering, air conditioning, the doors shut nice. You know it's a good body. Pardon the tip of the camera there. Step back and let you take a little look here. Right next to a little Zen garden, I can hear the waterfall going. Perfect spot to do this car. All the trim and the bright work is really nice on this car. It's either been polished, and again, the paint on this, you could pick it for a little flaw. There's a flaw here. You could pick it for a little chip or this or that. But if you're going to drive it, enjoy it. Step back, give you a feel here. Sun brighten up so you can see the cloud mist gray and the bright sun now. I think we started out when it wasn't as bright. Has Meg's exhaust, dual exhaust. At this point in the video, you probably heard it run. You'll hear it run some more. Fuel doors where it's supposed to be. It's got an upgraded fuel tank in the back. It's got just the right stance. I'd say it's about got an inch or so rake. The rear end's been converted to a 9-inch like we talked about earlier. Fits the wheel wells nice. Parallel leaf springs. Time to invite you in like I usually do. The key things are he wanted to be safe driving his car. Gets a lot of attention when he drives his car because it's just got that simple and fun look. Put shoulder restraints, seat belts in it so you're safe here driving in California. It's got speaker cutouts in the, again, these seats flop back up or tip forward, and the seat's fully adjustable, Glide Engineering. You'll see where it's got the punched holes for the speakers in the rear here. You'll see them in the door up on the front there. There. I'm going to lean into this seat to put it back so I can get in here. It's got an emergency brake, so again, all the safety stuff. Emergency brake works. You can't move this car when that brake's set. It's got a Flaming River tilt column with a 700R4. It's got headlights on it here. Obviously, there's the headlight switch. It's got headlights. I believe that's a receiver for the audio system up in the windshield. He's got a nice little, he's disabled the factory dash. It could be made functional if you wanted. But he's got a computer control panel here, and you know, he wanted to drive it. Those are the miles since the build. The car's been built 15 to 20 years. It's got 8,831 miles on it. I don't know if the digital LED is going to work, because sometimes with the video cameras it won't show it up, but I'm looking at a full working digital panel. It's got 14.2 volts, it's 39 pounds of oil pressure. The miles per hour works. It's got 120 for water temperature. We'll actually take you for a little spin. And again, the AC goes here and the controls are over there. Got a tack, a maximum performance Stewart Warner tack on the dash. Let you hear it run. He said he went through a few mufflers just to get it so it was quiet and subtle. He didn't want to be obnoxious. So it's got a nice sound to it. Anyway, hang on to the end of the video. Go to spudsgarage.com. Have a great day. Had fun doing this one. Drive it. All right, let's get underneath the hood. Favorite part is always 350 Chevy, 330 horse. It's a high output GM crate engine that was done when the restoration was done. Has a 700R4 automatic overdrive transmission and a Curry 9-inch rear differential. It's nicely dressed up with a polished Edelbrock intake manifold and a Durashine AFB style carburetor. It has hooker short tube headers on it here. We'll get down on the fender well. Catch a couple other things while we're in there too. It has a Flaming River tilt steering column that comes through down here. It has Mustang 2 front suspension up front here with rack and pinion power steering. There's the power steering pump right there. High amp chrome alternator. Nice 4-inch billet K&N air filter on it. It has a Be Cool aluminum radiator. Runs cool. This is an electric cooling fan that helps the efficiency of the air conditioning. As we go along here, a little pause there because I'm still taking it all in. It has a MSD ignition with a billet distributor. Has an MSD blaster coil and MSD 6A spark control. It has vintage air conditioning up front here with a 134A, which means you can, it's not the old style Freon. Braided heater lines and AC lines there. Anyway, we're thinking you get the idea. As always, I try and cover as much as I can. This is the kind of car you can drive and enjoy. It's not overdone or over blinged. Have a great day. Hang on to the end of the video. Drive this girl. Too much fun. Alright, take a look in the trunk here. This is really fun. If you look in here, the neighbor was an old woods craftsman and he helped him redo the trunk on the car. It's finished in a mahogany and a walnut. Just neat, kind of fun, gives it kind of character. Has a amp for the Alpine audio system here. This is actually a the woofer is inside this box that's been emptied out, and this actually came out of a movie studio. The panels are nice. This has got these little latches here, and this panel lifts up into the tool well. You'll see it has a full-size spare in the back here. Fire extinguisher, and in here is a jack, that kind of thing. There is a car cover that goes with the car. Bottom side of the deck lid is also finished in the cloud mist gray. Too much fun. Batteries in the trunk here, easy access. There you go. Alright, let's take a look at the undercarriage. Like we told you, this baby's just rock solid. Has a custom stainless fuel tank in it. It's actually, the body's been off the frame here, and it's very solid underneath. The body is very nice. It has a Ford 9-inch differential in it. Has 4-wheel disc brakes. It's been upgraded in order to accept the 9-inch with chassis engineering style parallel leaf springs. These are nice modifications because they bolt everything nice and secure to the chassis. It has emergency brake cables, so everything was done right. It has a custom exhaust system in it that can be taken out in sections. I like them when they're put together that way. We actually put it up on ramps here so you can get a good feel. You'll see the structure where they eliminated. We'll get it there. We'll get some light. Wanted to get it up so you could see how solid it was. It has airbags to raise the height a little bit in the back if you like to, or helper bags. You can see them right there, but you don't have to. It's not an air ride car. Has gas shocks in the back here. Up front they did Mustang 2 tubular control arms. We'll get up front there. Exhaust has little meg tips on the back. I notice he has reverse lights in the back here. That's kind of neat. You can see where the structure of the parallel leaf springs are mounted right to the factory chassis, so it adds reinforcement also. 9-inch rear differential, you can see there. The center section here is very stout. That eliminates the wishbones where they come together there. There's a 700R4 automatic overdrive transmission. Here you'll see it's got a dual reservoir master cylinder for safety, but it also has a hydro boost, so rather than vacuum brakes it has a hydro boost system, so that's pretty steady eddy. Tubular control arms, all custom fabricated stuff that was or engineered stuff is what I'd say, and then it's attached to the chassis. We'll kind of get up front here. Nose is down a little bit, but we'll give you a feel. It has a stabilizer bar, aluminum radiator you see there. Really nice solid body. This is the kind of car, nice and subtle, that you can drive and have fun with. Sometimes we get a little too stuffy about these cars, and it's a great looking car. Has short tube headers that lead into the custom made exhaust. The exhaust is nicely tucked up. It's not hanging down anywhere. Anyway, we think you get the idea. Go to spudsgarage.com. We're at the end of the video. Might catch a little clip here. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to me. Okay, he's taking it to his garage. Could be going to your garage. Drive this one. Have a great day.